9 o'clock, we'll call the meeting to order. Call the roll, please.
Good morning, Alan Barkstrom.
Here.
Jeff Hallstrand.
Here.
Paula Hodak.
Here.
Jordan Spacek. And Dennis Wargel.
Here.
All are present.
Is there, let's see here. Public comment. Is there any public comment?
Hello. So I'm Joseph Fox. I'm from Worcester. I guess it's come to everyone's attention that last week something inappropriate was displayed during a meeting here. If people are trying to claim that it was hacked, that is the very first thing that someone does when they do something inappropriate on Twitter or Facebook. They claim they were hacked because they think that's going to cover it up, and it's not. And it's almost impossible to hack. If it was hacked and you're going to play that game, Brian Schmidt needs to be in here and the full investigation needs to be completed. Starting right now, that computer needs to be confiscated. That's number one. Number two, whatever employee was controlling that computer needs to be put on administrative leave immediately. Number three, Norvado can search the web history, the IP addresses, and everything on that computer for the last day, month, year, infinity. That needs to happen. Taxpayer dollars, that computer was paid for with taxpayer dollars, and taxpayer dollars are not going to be used to display pornographic material during a county board meeting. This is a complete embarrassment to our entire community. What is going on here? We will not let this go. This will be investigated and this will be resolved and we will have answers. We are not going to accept this was hacked because it was not hacked. And if it was hacked, prove it. Send that computer to Brian Schmidt. Send that computer to Wausau. Then let's go. If it's hacked, we'll get that IP address. It'll say it was done in Park Falls on 7th Street. And we'll go to that address and we'll see, because whoever hacked that computer has access to all our financial data, everything on the computer that our administrator, all the contracts, everything. You're just going to let that go? You're just going to let that get covered up? This is the admin committee. This is about code of conduct, and this needs to be resolved immediately.
Who said it was best? Is there any other public comment? Is there anyone online? *6 if you're online and you'd like to make a public comment. Hearing none, we'll move on. Does anybody on the committee have any communications? Hearing none, we'll go on to item number 2, the meeting minutes from February 11th.
I move to approve.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the minutes. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion's carried. Employee status updates. Nick?
All right, we have new hires, promotions, and reassignments. So William Johnson, Bill Johnson, many of you know him as, has been promoted to the highway foreman on 1/27/2025. He's been an operator since 2024 with Price County. Nancy Olson, substitute nutrition manager, started on 4/7. Cindy Erickson, home delivery meals driver, Prentice and Ogama, started on 4/7. Lauren Erickson, home delivery meals driver, Prentice, Ogama. That'll be the backup for Cindy. That started on 4/7. Annie Meyer, executive administrative assistant for the sheriff's office, started on 4/21.
What is SO?
Sheriff's office.
Okay.
Eldon Shear Senior, so he's the new county veteran service officer. He is technically interim That is a department head position, so eventually it will need to be accepted. The appointment needs to be accepted by the full county board. He's currently going through all the training. So in order to be the veteran service officer, you need, it's like 3 different certifications. So we wanted to get him up and running. He's currently doing the one set right now, which will lead into the second one by next week. So we're doing well with the training there. Logan Schmorger, Deputy Sheriff. The start date's to be determined, but it'll be after they graduate the 720 program in June. Any questions on the new hires, promotions? Terminations, resignations, and retirements. Katie Crivello, Administrative Assistant for the Sheriff's Office. Her last day was 2/5. She was with Price County for 11 years. Elizabeth Eiter, Substitute Home Delivery Meals Driver, Park Falls. Her last day was 4/21. She was with the county 3.5 months. Tony Luke, County Veterans Service Officer. His last day will be 5/31, so May 31st. He's retiring after 9 years. Excuse me. Lindsay Hockmuth, the GIFT program, that's a part-time position over in the Health and Human Services. Her last day was 4/29, and she was with Price County for 4 years. Recruitments, we're still looking for a substitute home delivery meals driver in Park Falls. That one it's very, very part-time. So that's one of the issues is it's the substitute to the part-time individual. So it's not a lot of hours. Part-time correction officer, dispatcher, that's always ongoing. And then substitute nutrition site manager.
Thank you. Item 4, Supervisor and Procedure Manual, 26 through 27.
Yeah, so this one is on the agenda. You as a committee are responsible for the supervisor manual. Every 2 years you have to, or you're supposed to review it, but you have to recommend to the full board a updated manual before papers are due. And in that manual, it'll outline your pay and anything like that. So we're bringing this today to you guys to just say, is there something in the supervisor manual that you want to have addressed? Otherwise, we'll just bring a clean copy to the next meeting for your recommendation to go to the full board with a resolution.
Didn't we already change the pay or whatever
That was
last year?
Last term, so 2 years ago, yeah.
Oh, I thought we did it last.
We did it a year ago, which affected all of this year or all of last year and this year.
Okay. I thought we had talked about making it known well ahead of time.
Yep, that's what this is. So
Oh, okay.
you would do this before technically the April, but we just want to get it out there so you guys can start thinking about.
Okay.
Jeff?
Dennis, was part of our meeting, I don't know if it's in the supervisor's handbook, but part of our meeting was to have a special meeting when the new board comes in to make committee appointments at that time. Would that be involved in this?
Yeah, we updated that. So that was updated, or we have the verbiage for it. So that's one of the things that would be in there, where that April meeting after the election, you'd have a meeting just to say everybody's on the board, and then you'd have that's your organization meeting. And then at the next one, you'd have a regular county board meeting.
That's right. So we would truly have a meeting the week after the election and then a following one,
The
right?
first official meeting.
Yeah,
Or not
okay.
official, but
That's
the first
okay,
working meeting.
That's what I.
Because otherwise
that's what-
we were running
yes.
into a problem that the committee appointments, there was committee meetings that
Yes,
didn't have an
Yeah.
appointment to it yet.
that's what I was thinking too.
Okay. 2026 Deputy Union Negotiation Letter.
This is our year that we negotiate the union contract for the next X years. So whether it's 2 years, 3 years, whatever we come up with, we usually do the letter around September. and then try to get our meetings in to get the contract in place by January 1st. We've been pretty successful. We've had some years where it doesn't, but for the most part, we've been worked well with the union to get it done January 1st or up and running by January 1st. The union has reached out to ask if we can just start the process sooner, which I see no issue with. It doesn't affect anything. It's actually probably more helpful because then we can just do regular meetings rather than special meetings to negotiate that contract. So what we need today is you got your approval to send out the open letter.
What's all in the letter, I guess? Like, what is it? And just
Price County and the union are ready to open the negotiations.
Sure.
And that it says in our contract that we're going to do it in September. They're just asking for us to do it early. So
early as in like July.
yeah, July.
Sure.
So then we can trade. So he gave me a small timeline, and it's the same we always do, where we would trade our like a list of wants
Sure.
for each party. That way we can have a closed session, talk about where we're at, and then we get together. And so same process, just starting that August, September instead of waiting till September, November, December to do it.
It would make sense to start early so that we don't have a back pay issue,
Well, we also, if it starts early enough, we know budgeting wise, right?
right?
Yeah.
I mean, that would be ideal for the 26 budget. So.
I
would-
would make a motion that we send a letter saying that we'll start early.
I'd second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Right.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Child support, direct additional pay, Dodge County.
Right. So we don't have a policy that allows us to pay a salaried individual above and beyond their salary. But what's happening with this position is we contracted with Dodge County because you can't direct pay an individual, where Dodge County didn't have their child support was short individuals. So they reached out to other counties. Trin is very good at what she does. So she is working outside her normal 40 hours a week to work for Dodge County. Dodge County is paying us time and a half plus all benefits. So what I'm recommending is we give her that pay, the time and a half, and then our payment for like letting her use our equipment and be here would be that the benefits portion. So we're not out any money. We actually make a little bit of money to assist Dodge County to get their work done.
Did you say Shannon?
Trin, Dodge County, Trin, she works down in
Trin.
child support. And I can't remember, I would say it's averaging about an extra 10 hours a week, maybe a little bit more on some. So again, we're not out any money. I just need you as admin to approve the paying that individual that money that we're getting from another county
How long will this go on for?
until they recruit their person. So we did this with Ashland County. So when we didn't have Trin, Ashland County was the backup, and they did the same thing. They paid their director to do additional work.
Okay,
I think we did it for 4 months, 5 months.
okay.
It's not permanent. Trin's happy to do it. She's really good at her job. Lots of positive feedback
I would make that motion
to allow Trin
to
to
allow Trin. Right.
overtime.
I'll second.
And we have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion?
Yeah, and to be very clear, we require her to do her 40 hours here first before she works on, she might work on it after her 8 or 10 hours, whatever her day is, but it's not like she's only putting in 30 hours for us and then doing 10 for Dodge. She's making sure the work's done here with the 40 hours.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's carried. Next meeting date is June 10th. Okay,
And we'll want to have probably that June 10th meeting. We are working on some handbook updates that has come out of like this grievance hearing. we have a whole list of little things that just need clarifying by the county. So we'll have it. That's the biggest thing I can think of on the next agenda would be the handbooks. And then we probably could go into closed session and talk about what we want to do for the union negotiation. So there's plenty of stuff to get done.
Okay, and with that said, an announcement and motion to adjourn to closed session pursuant to the exemptions in Wisconsin State Statute 19.85 1C for considering employment, promotion, compensation, or performance evaluation data for any public employee over which the governmental body has jurisdiction or exercises responsibility. And today's purpose is for to review the independent hearing officer's recommendation. So
We
I
need a motion.
Yep. We need a motion to go into
Make
closed
a
session.
motion to adjourn to a closed session.
Okay, we got a motion and a second to go into closed session. Call the roll, please.
Alan Barkstrom,
Here.
Jeff Halstrand,
Yes.
Paula Hodak,
Here, yes.
Jordan Spacek.
Here.
Dennis Warko.
Yes.
We'll take
Motion carried.
we'll take a 2-minute while we're waiting for Holly to join us online as our corp counsel. But I'll start sending people to the lobby.
Nick, do you want me to stay for the closed session?
Sure, you were the head witness, I guess. So if you want to shut the doors, that'd be great.
That one closed too? No.
So I see Holly has joined us. So
Morning.
Morning. Let me get everybody to the lobby.
No microphones, folks.
Yeah, you can. Well, no, we'll need microphones so Holly can hear us.